Francesco Farioli's season at Nice, which ended with a 5th place, convinced the Ajax management to bet on him for the next season to bring the Amsterdam team back to the top. His football passion began as a player, where he played in the lower Italian leagues as a goalkeeper. He left playing football to study philosophy at the University of Florence. His deep understanding of the game even led to a published thesis on the aesthetics of football, football as rebirth, the aesthetics of the game and the role of the goalkeeper. Farioli's thesis is about how football is more than just a game. It is a reflection of life itself and a metaphor for life. The Italian writes in his thesis about goalkeepers and the origins of football and takes various great coaches as examples. He calls not only coaches but also philosophers, enthusiasts and idealists with a common goal, focus on what is right for the team. After gaining experience in lower leagues, the Italian received a call from Roberto De Zerbi. His approach to football, with a philosophical touch and meticulous attention to detail, caught the eye of the prominent coach, under whose guidance he took his first steps as a coach. Farioli worked under the current OM coach for 1 season at Benevento, and later 2 seasons at Sassuolo as a goalkeeping coach. This led to having between 2021 and 2023 2 one-year stints as a coach at Karagümrük and Alanyaspor until the summer of 2023, when he signed a 2-year contract with Nice. From that moment, Farioli drew the attention of a broader audience. In his work at Nice, Farioli combined his philosophical insights. With the French, Farioli finished this season in 5th place in Ligue 1 and posted some strong statistics. Nice conceded only 29 goals, the fewest in the entire league, and the 4th best defence among the top 5 leagues. With the arrival of this new coach, Ajax has hired a foreign head coach for the first time since 1997. Farioli thus becomes the first Italian coach to work for the Amsterdam club. Following Lorenzo Luca, he will be the 2nd Italian to work for the club. During the first build-up, the team deploys in a 2-3-2-3 formation, creating a numerical superiority that allows them to break the opponent's first line of pressing. The main idea is to find the free man, which enables an efficient development of the play. The movements of the fullbacks moving inside create a direct passing lane between the centre-back and the winger. If the pass is successful, the winger is isolated with the opponent in a 1v1 situation, which can become a goal-scoring opportunity. As we mentioned, Farioli's desire is to dominate the game by creating spaces to be occupied. For this reason, the role of the striker is very important, as he must drop back to create free spaces or to build up play with an extra man. The midfielders have the opportunity to attack the half spaces created thanks to the movements of the winger and the striker. These movements can leave a lot of open space, which can be fatal for the opponents. Without the ball, they initially try to press high against the opposing first build-up by marking man-to-man. Otherwise, they use a mid-block, trying to stay as compact as possible in defence. The formation shifts into a 4-1-4-1, which can turn into a 5-4-1 with the defensive midfielder dropping back when the priority is to cover the centre of the pitch. When the opponents are in possession, the striker presses the ball carrier, trying to force their passes to the flanks. If this happens, the winger presses on the opponent's first touch, attempting to steal the ball suddenly to catch the opposing team off guard. Now let's see this tactic on FM24. These are the player's instructions. First, we have the sweeper keeper on support. The right back is an inverted wing back on support, with added instructions: take more risks and shoot less often. The centre-backs are ball-playing defenders on defence. The left-back is a full-back on support with added instructions: take more risks, cut inside with ball, sit narrower and tackle harder. The CDM is a defensive midfielder with added instruction: take more risks, tackle harder and mark the opposing striker. This allows to create the 5-4-1 during the defensive phase. The left CM is a box-to-box midfielder on support with added instructions: take more risks, dribble more, get further forward, move into channels and tackle harder. The right CM is a roaming playmaker on support with added instructions, move into channels and tackle harder. The left wing is a wing on attack with added instructions, take fewer risks and tackle harder. The right wing is an inside forward on support with added instructions, stay wider and tackle harder. And finally, the striker is a complete forward on support. These are the squad instructions. In possession we have fairly wide as attacking width, pass into space and play out of defence as approach play, mixed crosses, work ball into box, shorter passing directness and slightly higher tempo. In transition we have counter press when possession has been lost, counter when possession has been won, distribute to centre-backs and take short kicks. Out of possession we have mid-blockers line of engagement, higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, step up more for defensive line and trap outside for pressing trap.